argue with some idiot defending No Kings as impactful. I came up with a way better plan, like if I were actually a real resistor, which I can't be because I'm already used in the CIA plot to destroy progressives. But if I were like going to go into like really being an activist, a good plan would be like, let's organize people. Let's do analysis, right? Let's look at all the purple states that went Trump, that previously went Biden. And we're gonna hit every one of these motherfucking places and go to their city hall, and we're gonna fucking blast on screen everything you did with your vote. And and you'll have the police, the people, and I would get up there and I'd be like, the fate of the country was in your fucking hands. We have a winner takes all system, two parties. Your vote was so impactful. Look what you did. Look at this fucking green tree. Look, look, look. You let Elon Musk destroy USAID, an agency that was created in the Cold War to promote the developing liberal world, to rescue countries from despotism, authoritarianism, despair, and poverty. It's responsible for saving millions of lives. Kids are starving and dying of disease because of you. When you fucking flippantly put Trump on that ballot, because you fucking saw some memes made by billionaires. Look at this. Medicaid defunded $800 billion. I told you, dumb motherfuckers. I told you. And now look, do you know what that's going to happen? Even if you're a teacher or you work for the government, but you think yourself's elite, you have a fake ass government job while being MAGA. There's so many of you like that. Or you work for a private company. It's going to affect you too, you callous fucker. You know how this thing works? Healthcare companies are businesses, and a large percent of their revenue comes from Medicaid. If you take that away from them, they're going to close. And so you can't put your Aetna card there, United Healthcare card, or government commie insurance you want anyone else but you to have. Fucker. You're so stupid, you're hurting yourself. Even if you're a callous motherfucker, you don't care about the people in a less fortunate position who need Medicaid. You're hurting yourself. You live in the same society as them. We have a for-profit healthcare system, and Medicaid makes a huge percent of their revenue. What happens if you don't make revenue? You shutter your doors, bitch. You're gonna have one hospital for miles. And watch this, motherfucker. Watch this. They're gonna repeal EMTALA. Do you know what that is, bitch? That's the fucking legislation that says even if you're poor and can't pay, hospitals have to treat you. It what makes us different from a developing country where if you roll your ass in the ER and they're like, "Do you have money?" and you're like, "No," they're like, you literally move your body out of their doors. You don't think that could happen here? It's gonna happen. You're not a rugged individual. You're a weak pussy. You're nobody. You're much closer to the person on Medicaid than a billionaire. And you want to know how real that is? With your fucking ugly SUV and you put I Love Mom on it and you suck billionaire dick trying to make it in this country when you're nothing but a fat, bald little shit. You want to know how real that is? When your fat fucking ass has a heart attack and there's no more local community hospital and the big hospital that's further away now is saying if you can't pay, you don't get treated, you're going to find out how real that is, how close you are to the people you're shitting on right now. And you think you're making it in this country because you're a stupid little slave. You're making shit. You're so much closer to your fellow poor citizens than them. They have their own private fucking little island. You're nothing but a fat, bald, weak pussy. And you voted to fuck your own kids up. And you thought you were helping them. You think you're a winner in America. You're like the losers in America. You're a piece of fat, stupid shit. You ruined the country for your own kids because you thought you were getting a little more money or a little more for yourself, whatever the fuck you thought. Look at what you did. The fate of the country was in your hands and you blew it. That's the beginning of what I would do if I was a real protester. I'd go down to every purple state and I'd especially go to the districts that were like They go Democrats sometime, Republicans sometime, and they all went MAGA. And I get in their faces with me and my buddies, nonstop educating them. And I'm sure the MAGAs would swirl around. I'd be like, go fucking sell your kid's future down the river for a billionaire slaves, you piece of shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I do. That would be the beginning of making real change. And let me tell you, it would be effective because you're getting the same press as No Kings. You're holding big rallies, but now you're going to places where people actually have the fate of the future in their hands because they live in a purple state, especially districts that are not very polarized either way, and educating them. So it would do two things. The people who live there, who have the ability to change the future because where they live, are going to they could get more involved and really make sure to vote next time. And the ones who like voted MAGA, like who were on the fence, would realize they're fucking stupid, some of them. And you could literally change the future of the country doing that. That's real protest. Because one, it has a direction of causing, it has a goal of causing change, not taking selfies, not feeling good, not like pour yourself a kombucha, brother. Bernie's gonna get on stage and do his, I don't like this sermon. I love that sermon. And you're in like Boston and there's not a MAGA in sight, maybe one. And the cops are low key nodding with you because they're also libs. And you go into the store and they're like, I support you. Yeah, let's feel good. That's church. When you go into a place where everyone ideologically agrees with you and it's about feeling good and feeling like you're not alone anymore, that's church. That's church. That's a support group. When you feel powerless and you go to a place where everyone supports you and you're unified and you feel like there's still hope out there and you walk away feeling good, that's called church or a support group. That's not a protest. A protest when you're going to places with a goal of making change and there's some risk involved in the sense because you're by definition antagonizing power, or at least the opposing view has as much power as you. You're going to places where you're going to get resistance because in order to make change, you have to introduce your views to people who don't already share them, who are in fact sharing the opposite views that you want to change. That's the definition of protest. So it shouldn't feel good. Instead, what you should be feeling is this is important work. It's hard, but the future depends on me. That's how you should be feeling. You shouldn't be like, I'm going to take a selfie because my grandkids are going to see I'm so cool. If that's your dominant thought, it's because you're not doing any real work. It's like anything. Like, if you've ever had a real job, like I worked as a nurse many years. People who sit in the office and don't do any real work, they always want to take long meetings. They always want to sit around and shoot the shit because they're not focused on the real work. They're focused on like, let's sit down and like, my Nepo baby cousin who works in this department thinks it'd be better if you scanned every item. That's the kind of shit they're thinking about. And they feel no qualms taking a long ass hour or two to talk about it. They don't care how stupid it is. They're not focused on making change or improving anything or doing real work. You are. You're like, I don't have time for this. People need help. You know, that's like the mindset of a protester versus wherever the fuck this is. Church, support group, shopping at the mall, going sightseeing. Ooh, isn't it interesting? That's the difference. Like one is focused on work and it feels like work and you do it because it's important and everything in your ethics is saying to do it. And the other one is like fun, like vacation, like something you do in your spare time. Like, I'm gonna go to church. I feel so good now. I'm gonna go to my support group. I feel better. I don't feel as alone. Um, I'm gonna go be the first on opening night to see this new blockbuster movie. I'm making history sitting in this theater right now. In the future, they're gonna say I was sitting here. If that's the main direction of your thoughts, you're not protesting. Work versus leisure. Yeah, really, for real. I literally just saw that in top 5 minutes, but it goes to show how No Kings is fake. Like, you can't tell me none of them thought of that. Like, let's make our thing about going to these places specifically, where we can be loud in their face and not shut the fuck up. And the ones who are not politically active, make them politically active. And the ones, even you can have a booth, register to vote. Like, once you go to these purple places that blew it for us, like, after you teach everybody, like, how bad your state dropped the ball, like, it wasn't in New Jersey's hands. It just wasn't. I mean, I voted for Harris, but I understand the system works. It was our system's already designed to hinder democracy by being a two-party system that's winner takes all. That doesn't allow for democracy. That allows for, by definition, a binary two-party system, because if it's winner takes all, it's like a parliamentary system where different factions can have power and then like make a larger faction. So like it allows for multiple parties and multiple viewpoints, and then they can kind of create new coalitions, like the far left party, which is small, with like the workers party, which is larger, you know, where it actually allows for real democratic processes. Like the fact it's winner takes all, by definition means there's only gonna be two parties, because you got to put all your effort into one or the other, because it can only be that. There's no reward for third place, unlike a parliamentary system. And also because of the nature of how we consider votes, that the popular vote does not matter, only electoral college votes. And electoral college votes are massively overrepresented in low population places, which also helps everything about our country already was preventing democracy from the get-go. That's how it was so easy for them to conquer, right? But given the system is what it is, it's winner takes all, and the electoral college, not the popular vote, decides. That means the fate of the country is really in a few states' hands, right? There are states always going red and always going blue, but there are some that could switch. And if I was doing a real protest, I would make my first. I wouldn't call it no kings, because by definition, you're brainwashing people. Everything was fine until Trump, which is a lie, complete fucking lie. Trump's an out of the box revolution from Russia. Like, yeah, that's what the billionaires would want you to think. So I wouldn't call it that for sure. I don't know what I'd call it, but not that. I'd probably give it a name like something focusing on the people, like People's Revolution or something. I don't know. But I would focus more on like the power of the people out of their hands. You know, I would want to make people aware, like, you control the future because you live in Pennsylvania. Don't you understand? If you're not registered to vote here, you are a huge problem. And you know what's going on is bad, and you're not registered, you are a huge problem. I could vote for Harris so many times in New Jersey, it's not going to make a difference. I'll just be adding to the popular vote. You get that? You know you would control the fate of the country? You stupid shit. I would have like a sign up to vote booth, and I would just be doing nothing but educating them how bad you destroyed the future for your own kids and yourself. Oh, yeah. And I imagine it'd be hella effective. There'd probably be people like, I wasn't politically active, but I get it now. And there would probably be people like, I was on the fence and I went MAGA. I had no idea about any of this. And like, that would probably make measurable change. So, assuming we still have free elections, which we probably don't, if we have free elections by 2028, those places would all be going blue. Oh, yeah. But you don't see that. No, No Kings is like orchestrated like a fucking tourist attraction. Like, let's go see the Eiffel Tower. Let's go to the Statue of Liberty. Let's go to the protest. Let's get a kombucha and like take selfies with each other. Like, oh my God, can you believe we're making history? It's like, where are you? I'm in Boston. Everyone here is liberal. And we're just saying how much we don't like this. It's like, really? Yeah, I know. I know. I've been going to Bernie Church for years. Like, I don't like this thing. Like, yeah. Yeah, it feels good. Like when Bernie's like, the billionaires do not care about you. They are dividing the people on social lines so that the workers cannot rise up. Like, yeah, I know. I've been going to Bernie Church many years. I can do a stellar Bernie impression by now, bro. Like, in Russia, They have two classes, the oligarchs and everybody else. Yeah, I know. That's what church is. It feels good. You feel validated. You feel less alone. You feel like however delusional. You feel hopeful. You feel good. You're like, thanks, Bernie. I'm glad I gave you the click money. But if you're at all clever, you're like, this doesn't do anything. It doesn't do shit but give Bernie money. Just like going to church doesn't do shit but give the pastor the church money. And then they pass the plate after they tell you, don't let your kids break out of the church. We still need a new generation giving us money. And whatever the fuck they say. And then you leave and you feel like God's in your spirit because you ate the wafer. Do shit. The difference is real religion can inspire you to do real things. This, by definition, prevents you from doing real things because it's taking the place where you should be doing real things. Instead of being normal, functional, going to church, then making a plan to make change, uplifted by the passion of God. Instead, you're like going to church and calling it resistance. And you're fighting me when I'm saying the CIA did it. Sorry, I'm sick. My niece made me sick. Like literally, this goes to show how fake No Kings is. I thought of a really good plan in on the spot, talking to someone like No Kings is important. I have a limited edition collector Taylor's version of it. And I'm like, if I was really doing that's what I would do to start. Bare minimum. Hold your rallies where it matters. You don't see that. You just don't. It's like a support group for liberals and church combined. It's over. Who are we kidding? It's been over. Like the way this works with the billionaires is they had the pieces for checkmate and they're just knocking them down at this point. So by definition, there's nothing. That's how the billionaires roll. Like they'll fix everything so they can't lose. And then they do this, and you're helpless but to watch the dominoes fall if you're at all awake. So by the time you know there's a problem because they're doing shit like this, it's been too late. It's 20, 30 years too late. And that's a fact.